I'm headed down to Woodstown, rolled in that Jersey mud. Well, I'm headed down to Woodstown, rolled in that Jersey mud. I put my truck in four-wheel drive and go have me some fun. I put my truck in four-wheel drive and go have me some fun.
That's good stuff. You're looking at Ryan Gooch Nelson, singer, songwriter, and he's got this new... You mind if I plug your CD?
Go right ahead. That's what we're here for, right?
Oh, you're here to plug? Is that what you're here to do?
Partly. We're here to tell a story.
Public television. We don't plug unless you know.
Okay, I got you.
You got good stuff, and you do. This is Gooch and the Motion,
Yes,
Comin
sir.
Home.
Yes, sir.
What's your story, man? You got a great story.
Well, back in 2004, I was paralyzed in a truck accident. And for 2 years, I really struggled trying to find, a purpose in life. And music was always a big thing. Ever since I was 12, I played guitar and, sang, played bass, drums, and things like that. And after 2 years being paralyzed, I finally found slide guitar, which is kind of an old traditional thing that a lot of old blues players do. And it's kind of an old school technique of playing guitar. And I started playing guitar, writing music, and had a long journey. And now I'm here with my new band, The Motion, and releasing our debut album.
What were you looking at, that video we were looking at?
Oh, okay. The video is...
A trailer to what?
It's a trailer to just really my band and what we're about. And I just signed with new producer, Joe Nicolo, and we're getting ready to, kind of put this thing out and see what people think, So
let me ask you something. When did you know that music would always be a part of your life?
Well, I guess when I was, just a kid, music, everything, this was like, music was always a big part of my life because...
How young?
I guess 12, 13 years old. I can remember just going to concerts. My parents were, big supporters. And
who'd you go see?
I would go see, even local bands would play at my dad's car dealership where he was a manager.
What?
Last Call, to people like Dave Matthews, Santana, The Roots, and things like that.
Joanna, right? Joanna Gagos, our executive producer. She loves Dave Matthews.
Yeah, I was a huge Dave Matthews fan growing up. And he was, absolutely one of my first major influences. But, after my accident, then I got really into blues and just, started picking up blues, and that really led my direction to where I'm at now.
By the way, you go by Gooch.
Yeah.
Is there do you feel this? Yeah, by the way, what does Gooch mean?
Gooch, well, funny story, my older brother, John.
There better be a funny story.
Used to call me Gucci baby. When he was 3 and I was just a kid,
Right.
My parents would, I guess, say Gucci baby in the crib or whatever,
Right.
and they would call me Gucci baby. And all my baseball coaches, football coaches, teachers, everybody called me Gooch. So, but as a performer now, it kind of works,
So talk to me about, you said blues became the primary music of choice for you after the accident.
Yeah,
right?
it really gave me an outlet to express myself. And once I started studying these old blues artists and everything like that, it really just came natural to me to pick up the guitar, play, slide, and it has a very soulful sound and allows me to express the things that I go through that are challenging, and I also have leukemia, and I'm in remission, thank God, and I'm a survivor and everything. But going through all these trials and tribulations, it's amazing to have blues. It's such an outlet and such a
Hold on, back up. After this accident, this
Right.
truck accident,
Right.
which affected you how physically? Make it clear to people.
Well, it's a C6, C7 injury, so I'm paralyzed from the chest down, including the bottoms of my arms and my hands. So to make it clear, it was not easy for me to pick up the guitar and play it because my hands are paralyzed. I can only move them so much. And so I needed to find another way to play. So I had this bottleneck slide here made, and it's a one of a kind that a good friend of mine is a glassblower, Mike Larrabee, made for me. And
Customized for you.
Yeah, customized for me that I could just fit on my thumb like this and pick up the guitar.
You're going to play in a second, but after the accident, you got diagnosed with leukemia.
Yeah, about 5 years after that, another thing happened, which was I was diagnosed with leukemia, and you know, that was a huge battle. I lost a ton of weight, got really sick, and you know, just it was hell, really. And after about a year of taking this medication every day, which I still have to take every day.
You still take it?
Yep, it's a chemotherapy drug called Gleevec, and you know, it affects me in all kinds of different ways, from stomach pain to, you know, just general weakness and just not feeling great, you know.
You play every day?
Yeah, pretty much every day, as much as I can.
You have the guitar here.
Right.
Is it imposing on you to ask you to play some?
No, I would love to play a little bit of blues for you and kind of show you what I do.
The public television family would be honored to have you play. Whatever moves you.
To give you a little taste, you know, it just kind of has a sweet sound that really lets me get my emotions out and everything like that, and also do a lot of a little bit of rocking with it, a little bit of blues and soul, and you can even get funky with it. You know, so after I started learning how to do this again, it just gave me hope, you know, gave me purpose and allowed me to, you know, eventually lead to what I'm doing now with The Motion, which is an 8-piece band that fills in behind me, and, you know, we go to town.
How'd you get them, The Motion?
I first started playing in a band called 61 North for about 8 years, and we opened up for Leonard Skinner, Allman Brothers, you know, Robert Randolph, a lot of really great acts. We're very fortunate to travel out to California and play. We played all over the place, and they were like brothers to me, but I felt that I needed to go, you know, in my direction and find my voice. We had a great lead singer, Brian LePan, who's out doing a lot of great stuff right now, and you can find a lot of his stuff online too. But I just, you know, we both were kind of needed to find our own voices, and now that I'm doing this, I know that I'm on the right path.
The foundation you started is called?
Music in Motion, the Music in Motion Foundation, and it's at musicinmotionfoundation.org.
What is it?
Basically, when I was in the hospital, I had music therapy.
Oh, is that better for you to put down?
Yeah, I can put this down.
You got it. Music in Motion Foundation.
Yeah, Music in Motion Foundation. It's basically a foundation that I wanted to start. When I was in the hospital, they had music therapy, and then they don't have it there anymore. That's how I was given purpose again, was through this music therapy that I received when I was at McGee Rehab Hospital in Philadelphia for about 6 months after my accident. And it just was important to me because I see how many people struggle and how music can really bring the best out of people. And my father just passed of lung cancer.
Recently?
Yep, just recently,
I'm
about a few weeks ago. I appreciate that. And but you know, I would go by his bedside and play for him, and you know, even when he couldn't talk, he would just smile, you know. And it really meant a lot to him, and it meant a lot to me when people came and played for me when I couldn't play. And then, you know, the whole learning process, the therapy of it. You know, music is a communal thing, and when you get people in a room together and they're singing and playing music and hitting drums and things like that, it brings the best out of people, and it lifts their hopes and lifts their spirits and gives them an outlet.
You know, earlier today, we had a young man, you may or may not know, Eric LeGrand. Eric LeGrand was a football player at Rutgers University who, in the fall of 2010, was injured on the football field and wound up not being able to use his, well, he can't walk.
Okay.
And he can't use his upper body. And we spent some time talking to him, and he described his own situation, and he's incredibly positive and spiritual, and he's a motivational speaker, and he's a broadcaster, sportscaster for Rutgers. And the bottom line is, what I took away from him is he actually talked about his own situation, that on some level it's been a blessing, and he's learned more about himself, and that's him. But it's just ironic. I didn't even know that both of you were booked today on this day. How do you experience this in terms of, have you ever processed why you?
Well, you know, I'm a firm believer that God has a plan, and I have faith, and you know, I just try to take it day by day, and that's why, you know, part of the reason I started the Music in Motion Foundation was because it feels good, it feels right to give back and help others. I can look at my situation and say, why me? Or
Do you?
Or I can, no, I like to look at my situation, and I kind of think that I was meant for this because I can be someone who, you know, motivates people and brings joy to people, and also inspires people. And people used to tell me all the time that I would inspire them, and I kind of would just let that roll off, or maybe even take that as a compliment. But now that I'm older, I take it as a responsibility to give back to people and to try and show them and help them in any way that I can, because I've been given so much help. And even though I've been given such a tough situation, I'm seeing a lot of hardship, I've had so much love through family, friends, and community, faith, God, that's supported me and shown me that, you know, there's another way, you know, that other than negativity.
Your life without music, can you imagine it?
I have thought about that sometimes, and it would be extremely difficult, but I think I would find something else to do. You know, it's
That's
like
who you are.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's about mindset. Everything's about your mindset, and as long as your mind works, look at Stephen Hawking. You know, maybe I would have became a light programmer for, you know, light shows at concert events, or
You would have done something meaningful.
yeah, something, and it probably would have been musical, but even not. You know, I want to go out and give back to the community. I want to do motivational speaking and do anything I can to give back and try to, you know, sounds cliche, but make
No, it
the world
doesn't.
a better place, you know.
Could you just play a little bit for us, and then we're going to hear you on tape. But
Okay.
I'll plug one more time.
Okay, great.
Gooch in the Motion, Coming Home. And thank you so much for being with us on public
Thank you,
television.
Steve. We greatly appreciate it.
You got it. Thank you.
I'm gonna show you how to love me right, girl. I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you. I'll teach you everything you need to know, my baby. I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you every day, every night, my baby. I'm gonna show you how. You know.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, Health Republic Insurance of New Jersey, the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, Cone Resnick, the Fidelco Group, the Russell Berry Foundation, And by ADP, transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.